know who I am if I don't know who made me. So I want you to write that down first. Who made me? Who made me? Who created me?
Who made me?
Who made me and who created me?
I had that.
I cannot know who I am without knowing who created me. I can try to guess. Have you ever gotten something from somebody, a gift, and you didn't know what it was or what it did? It looked nice, but you didn't know what it was, what it did. The only way to figure it out would be perhaps to read a manual, which is the thinking and the mind of the maker. But you would have to go to the maker to understand what it was that was made. So the first question is, when we talk about who am I, is who is my maker? I think what happens sometimes is that we get into what I call super religiosity. So we go to this place, I'm a child of God. Well, who's God? And I'm not talking about a name right now, but who's God? The supreme being. Okay, well, how does that relate to you? I don't know. We don't even know. So how can I know who I am in the essence of me if I don't know my maker? No, so yeah, I can say a child of God, but what does that mean? We know that the world that we see was created from something that wasn't seen. It was created, what was created from what was not. So if what I'm made in the image of what I'm made in, if the maker can create from something that was nothing, then that means what? I can create from something that was nothing. There's only one race on earth. That's the human race. I mean, yes, we might look different and there might be different cultures, but there's one race, that's the human race, and all of us are made in that same essence. So let's get off of this for a second. All right, and there are discussions that we can have about this and all that, but let's get off of this and let's get to who is the maker. I want us to just say more than I'm a child of God. Because then we have to ask ourselves this. Let's take it back to the natural realm. One of the biggest issues in certain communities, and particularly in many of the communities that I would say that come through these doors here, is that people have been disinherited from their lineage. What gives the power, I believe, partly to, let's say, the royal family. Let's say you look up Queen Elizabeth, is that Queen Elizabeth can tell you with pretty good certainty her father, her father's father, her father's father's father, and she can go back 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 generations. In some cases, if we were to Wikipedia it now, whether it's completely true or not, I don't know, that they claim a lineage all the way up to, which I saw when I last looked at Wikipedia, was 800 AD. 1,200 years, you say that person gave birth to that person, that person gave birth to that person, that gave birth to that person. So when Harry pops up with red hair, it's not that weird because we saw that person's father, that's where it comes from. Many of us, while we might have met our one generation before us, don't know 2 generations, definitely don't know 3, don't know 4. So we don't even know. So that's the second question I'm coming from. Who made me? This is number 2, write this down. Where do I come from? Most of us, this is what's really sad. If we were to ask ourselves, where do we come from, what do we say? A city or state. Some of us don't even say city or state, we say a neighborhood. Bushwick.
I know.
The Peas. Where am I from? From whence did I come? I remember I was having a conversation with my cousin, and he said, you know, you and I are left-handed. We're the only ones in the family. No, we're the only ones in the family that we know about. It came from somewhere. Somebody was left-handed. He said, well, my parents are left-handed, neither one of your parents. You still missed it. It came from somewhere.
Come down the line.
So what happens is, things are passed down to us, we don't even know, because we don't even really know where we're from.
Hereditary.
That's right, we don't.
And that from, again, when we, just like sometimes we get so oversimplified, who am I? I'm a child of God. Where am I from? Some people say, well, I'm from Africa. Well, I'm from the motherland. But you still miss the point.
Right.
Because where are you? Tell me about the lineage. Tell me about the things that were passed down. I can guarantee you this. For every struggle you've had in your life, and every positive you had in your life, there was, and every feeling, urge, temptation, struggle, that you've had, I guarantee you, there was somebody else in your family, closer than you might think,
through the same.
That was going through the same thing. And what happens is we repeat. We repeat.
Right, absolutely.
We repeat. We repeat because we don't know. Just give me a second, because I want to because we do not know. And what happens is life becomes where one person ends up, and it's a cycle of unchanging, perpetuating negativity in many cases because we don't know where I'm from. If I don't know where I'm from, that leads me to my third question. Write this down. Where am I going?
You don't like abuse?
Where am I going? So first, who is my maker? I need to know. I got to know. I almost feel like the person who's been adopted, who says it's nothing against the ones who brought me in, and I thank you for loving me and nurturing me and caring for me and being there for me. I have a friend that's going through that right now, but mama, I need to know. I've got to know. I've got to know. Because there's some stuff that's unlocked in me, and that's locked in me, that cannot get unlocked until I know that. So first, who is my maker? Secondly, where did I come from? Where did I come from? Thirdly, where am I going? You're not going to a job. You're not going to just even a career. You're going somewhere. I think of the guy, he on the horse, flying by on the horse. Man yells at him from the ground, "Where are you going?" You know what the guy says back?
I don't know.
Ask the horse. That's many of our lives. Just on it. Just on it. Don't know where we're going. You know how you know that? Because we go year from year, job to job, thing to thing, school to school, career to career, position to position. Don't know where we're going. You ask a lot of people where they're going, they can't give you a clear answer. But how can you expect somebody to answer where they're going if they don't know where they're going? All right, so where's my maker? Excuse me, who is my maker? We're going to who am I? Who is my maker? Secondly, where did I come from? Where am I going? And lastly, why am I here? I cannot answer. And notice I put it in those orders, in that order. I put it in that order. I first have to know my maker. I was not made by mama and daddy. I was not made by mama and daddy. Mama and daddy had sex.
And you popped up.
Appreciate that for coming together. But mama and daddy had sex. And when the sperm came out, there was 500 billion of them at least that came out with it. So mama and daddy did not have any determination that it would be me that would come out rather than all these others. Mama and daddy may have had a relationship, but they weren't the only ones that had a relationship and had sex, but did not conceive and bring forth a child. So mom and daddy did not make me. So that's first of all, I gotta know I was made by something higher, I was made by something bigger, and whatever the maker can do, I can do. I have some level of being able to do the same exact thing. You've heard me repeat it time and time again. The same thing that's in the raindrop is in the ocean. It might be a lot smaller, it might be a lot more limited, but it's there. If the ability to create on a large scale the maker can do, then I can do. If he can create or she can create worlds, then guess what? I can create. If they can move mountains with just the sound of their voice, then what do I have on the inside of me? Because the same, the essence is the same. Secondly, where do I come from? Who are the people that had a hand in me coming through this world? And it's not just my parents, because parents definitely had a hand in bringing me through the world. Grandparents, great-grandparents, it's the lineage. It's the community, it's the neighborhood. Some people call it the tribe. It's the tribe that brought me through, that pushed me through. For some of us, it was teachers, it was guardians, it was a big mama, mama dear, whatever you want to call it. That it was a father figure in the neighborhood. We maybe didn't even see him as that at the time, and now we see an OG or OT, whatever it was that helps bring through some things on the inside of me. Where am I from? I'm from that. I am the collection of people who poured into me. Now I can determine, hey, then why am I here? Maybe I'm not just here to have kids. Somebody say, well, who are you? I'm a father. Well, who were you before you had kids? In fact, there's a question as to when do you become a father? That's a whole nother deep thing, because Because the maker can see things in you that you don't see. When are you a father? Are you a father when the child is born? Or are you a father when the child is conceived? Are you a father if the baby dies in the womb? I'll give you a scripture that says that God told Abraham, I made you the father of many nations, not that I will make you. He said it in past tense, and he had no kids. So then the question becomes, why am I here? What if, go with me on a journey right quick, what if you're already what it is that you were destined to be, and now it's just about manifesting? What if you can't do anything to gain any more of the essence because you're already the essence? I can't be any more of my father's son. We might have the right relation, but I can't be any more or any less because it's there. But why am I here? And once I know the why, then the what becomes clear and the how becomes clear. Because now I know why. I know why I'm here. I get it. I got it. I figured it out. I'm there. I know why. So then I can talk about career. Then I can talk about certifications. Then I can talk about schooling. Then I can talk about some type of mentorship. But I really can't get there yet because I don't know why.